Okay, hello everybody, this is going to be an achieve hunt for the game Antarctica 88, probably a review as well. The code has been provided to me by the publisher EPXR Games, so thank you to them. With that being said, we're going to get into it, but I should mention that, interestingly, it does have at the bottom right, a night will come in 8 hours 38 seconds, so I'm not sure if there's like a nighttime game mode. But as I'm doing an achievement hunt for this, that's probably going to end up being irrelevant. But it should be mentioned. Okay. Let's start. Oh. The enemy neither sees nor attacks you. Well, let's play it that way then. Works for me. Start. 100G. I told you to start the clock. There we go. Oh, okay. This is a little like the outbreak stuff. Okay. Can we invert controls? Right, let's increase the sensitivity a bit. Okay, let's sort this out. I'm going to pause the timer for a second whilst I sort out the inversion, because yet again, these games do not have inversion, and it's freaking annoying. It's one of the most basic things. You need to have inversion in a game that you're classifying as an FPS. There we go. Right. Can I jump? Sure, how do I do that? No, I don't want a hint. I want to... Wait, why is jump? Why is Y jump? That's silly. Okay, hang on. What? Okay. Crouching is the Y button. Crouching is clicking the L stick. Y is jump. Right, let's restart the timer, shall we? Okay, A is interact. I'm not quite sure why the number 1 in this font is the letter I. That looks stupid. Oh, Jesus Christ, you've got to be joking. Use a box to get out. Oh, that's stupid. You actually have to hold... You actually have to hold A to roll it. Oh, that's dumb. Press space to skip. I'm using a controller. What's the button for reloading? Okay, right bumper is a reload. Okay. Jesus Christ, these controls are really bad. You've not tested this for consoles at all. That is extremely, extremely obvious. Press space to skip. I'm using a controller. There is no space. Well, the enemies don't see me, so I'm playing on ghost mode. This is an achieve hunt after all. Valve called. They want their monster back. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Okay, this game is reminding me gargantuanly of the Death Park games, and that will be why, because it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same devs. Okay. Right. Okay. We are going to pause this timer once again, and we are going to go into a full screen. Okay, they're speaking in Russian, true. Okay, right, so let me just load up my camera. Yeah, only just. Okay, I'm going to show you how the controls should be. So, ignore my really bad illustration of a controller, okay? Just ignore that. Okay. Now, we had this issue with Death Park 1 and 2, okay? Where the controls were really bad and they've clearly not been tested. So, here is what you need for the controls. Okay. That's what you need for controls. How hard is that? Oh, you're right, I did forget something. There you go. Fire weapon on right trigger. How hard is that to set up controls? Literally, how hard is that? But what you've done here's what you have done for the controls. That is some of the worst controls I've seen in a game. And I've just realised you can't see what I'm looking at. My apologies. There's the controls that you've put in the game. Ridiculous. Absolutely, absolutely ridiculous. Now, I will say, when I brought these issues to EpiXR Games... Yeah, exactly. Why is jump? Now, credit where credit is due, okay? I did bring these control issues to EpiXR Games and the developer Euphoria Games for both Death Park 1 and Death Park 2. And they did take on my suggestions and put them in. So, credit where credit's due. Okay? So, first off, what you're going to do is you should change the font so that the number 1 does not look like a capital I. That's stupid. How hard is it to have a number 1 on a font? You've got this kind of typewriter effect as your font. Okay, that's fine. Here's what you do. There is a freeware font online, and it is called... I'm just going to double check what it's called. Underwood Champion. Okay. Here's what the Underwood Champion font looks like. Let me just add it in, and I will show you what it looks like. So if you want a font that looks like a typewriter, here you go. Use this. There you go. There's your Underwood Champion font. Is that the font that you were looking for? Because to me, that looks like the font that you want. Underwood Champion. Spelt like this. That's the font name. Underwood Champion. Pay for that. Use it. It's cheap. Actually, I think it's free. I believe it's a freeware font. So use it. The font that you're using is dumb. Because you've got the number 1 as a capital letter I. Look, you'll see it there at the bottom. See? How hard is that? Literally, how hard is that? On this main menu, you're clearly using a different font than what you're showing in game. Because look, oh, no, I don't want to. Just load it up. See, and you've got press space to skip. You're on a console. How did that get through?
В течение последних 6 месяцев экспедиция моего отца Владимира Ефимова.
Look at that. See, top right. 100%, except it's I00. It's very, very clear to me that you've not playtested this on a console, and you should have done. You really, really should have done. The control. Why is jump? That's absolutely ridiculous. It's there is no space to skip. Okay, I've picked up a key card. Now what? Okay, great. Can we get it off the screen? I mean, guys, come on. Death Park Clown reference. Sure. Okay, look. Here's the thing, right? I know Euphoria Games. This game, like the Death Park games, were originally on the phone. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. There really isn't. But if you're going to bring these games to consoles, as a publisher, and this is me speaking to you, Tim, at EpiXR Games, you're the boss, so it's down to you. If you're going to do this, Tim, then you need to make sure that the controls are adequate for console play. And it's very, very clear to me that you've not done this. And you didn't do it for Death Park 1 or 2 either, until I told you about it. And then you backpedaled and, credit where credit's due, you fixed it. So why is this not a default for you when you're making games, or porting games I should say, from the phone to the Xbox? It's such a... The controls that you've put in this makes me feel that you're expecting sentient octopuses to play. Or somebody with, like, 18 fingers. I mean, look, I may have talented fingers that can do this, okay? But not everybody else can. The controls that you've got for this, right now, are bad. And that's putting it nicely. Now, as I said, full disclosure, I did get a code for this from the publisher, EpiXR Games, to review and play this. And I will be doing the full playthrough in this recording. However, it needs to be reminded that just because I got a free code, it does not mean that I'm not going to trash the game when it needs to be. Because that's how you get things fixed. You bring this out clearly, concisely, to get the fixes. This needs a fix. More than a freaking drug addict in Essex on a Friday night, this needs a fix. And the fact that you don't have invert controls for Y-axis either for inversion players like me is frustrating. It's not that hard to implement. You literally put it in the game. I'm guessing these are play testers or whatever. Right. I will say as well, you could have made. How will freeze? You need warm clothes. Sure. Okay. What's this? Yes, I'm guessing I'm saving progress. Thank you. So I haven't progressed. That's fine. Okay, so it's not space to skip. It's not space to skip, it's the back button there. That's the skip button, okay? You've got hint on X, for God's sake. You don't need hint on X. You could have hint on the D-pad, for example. Why is the Y button jump? It means you have to literally take your hand off of the... You literally have to take your hand off of the controller where you're looking to jump. That's so dumb. Look, this is how I'm having to hold the controller so I can jump. You see? Who would hold their controller like this? Naturally. Right, where did I come from? I came from there, didn't I? Right. Okay, we've already been there. That needs fuel. Okay. Okay, we need a wheel to open the valve for fuel, I'm guessing. I'm guessing the fuel gets automatically put into there. So, okay, so we need a wheel for the valve. And don't get me wrong, right? I don't want people to think that I'm intentionally bashing and trashing a game. Because I'm not. I'm really not. Oh, what am I stuck on? But these are basic things that should be caught in testing. I need to know that you are doing console testing, because to me, it doesn't seem like you are. I mean, literally, right? Literally, I will do it for you. I will literally do it for you. You give me access to the early flights to your games. I will literally test them for you for free. All you have to do is just give me the game. That's it. Give me the game early and I will test it for you and say, hey, this needs doing, this needs fixing. I would rather spend my time making sure something works for everybody rather than you releasing this as is with the controls as they are. I'm happy to provide my time. Literally, all you need to do is ask. I'm working myself into a frustration now. Because, it's just something that should have been fixed. There's no indication either when you're over something that can be be pressed or picked up. I mean, I know that's what it would be like on the phone. Sure, that's fine, but... Okay, so we still need electricity. Electricity comes from the fuel generator, so I need to find a valve first. Right, it's not in there, so logically it has to be around here. Right? Also, side note, why is my character speaking Russian when it's a Chinese flag? I think that's a Chinese flag. 99% sure that's a Chinese flag, slightly modified. Oh, no. Picked up flamethrower fuel 97. Who the fuck is having a flamethrower in the toilets? Is it really true? I thought that was a Chinese flag, but modified, because, like... No, you are right. I'm getting confused now. What is the Chinese flag? I need to Google this now, because it's going to bug me if I don't. Oh yes, China's got the big star with 5 golden stars. Well, 4 golden stars, doesn't it? I remember now. Yeah, I'm getting confused. Yep, you were right, Chu. It is the Soviet Union flag. That's what I was getting confused of, because the gold star. That's what was confusing me. Okay, I do apologise. The flag is technically correct. Can we interact with this at all? No, nothing we can... There's got to be a valve somewhere. I mean, that's what we're looking for, right? It's a valve. Or a screwdriver or a tool to open that valve. That's what we're looking for. I can see a hole in your clipping game. I mean, surely we have to do something with this, right? I mean, I picked up the fuel canister. So, the key card obviously I need to use to get into the electric place. Sure, okay. So I need a valve. Okay, I've got an axe. Oh, for God, just get in there. You have something that does not have a texture. So, okay, guys, come on. Oh, we picked up 2, apparently. I apparently just picked up 2. Oh, it's valve lever. Okay, well, we found the valve lever. Right. Okay, guys. Look. We know in the Unity engine, which is what you're using, when there's a missing texture, things glow bright pink, so you can't miss it. How did you miss it? Okay, well, we found the valve. I mean, for a phone game, okay, it's built fine. I mean, it's showing its age because the textures are crap. I'm not going to lie, the textures are crap. So, what I'm going to do, as I'm playing through, I'm going to just make a note and write a list of everything that needs to be fixed. It's going to become a long list, I feel. We're already up to 4 things. And I don't like being like this, but you give me code to be honest. I'm like to review. I'm going to be honest because that's the point of my worth as a reviewer and as a play tester. You know, if you're giving codes out, and don't get me wrong, I appreciate it very, very much. But if I lie, then there is absolutely no point in me being a reviewer at all. Because it would make my opinion worthless. Surely you guys can understand that. And luckily I'm still playing in ghost mode, so the enemies shouldn't come after me anyway. And don't get wrong, I appreciate that there is a ghost mode because well, that pistol's crap. And you have no texture in the freezer. That's another thing. No texture for freezer in lab. I'm writing everything down so I can review it at the end. Because if I don't, I'm going to forget. And I ain't going to forget. Because this... Is there a box or anything in here that I can move? What was the grab button again? B, wasn't it? Okay, can we change weapon? There we go. Okay, when I change weapon, it still shows the pistol ammo. Change weapon from gun to melee. Still shows ammo count. I don't like tearing things apart, but these are very, very basic things. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, right? I don't know if XSX Games is a single person publisher. The publisher is a very, very kind person, or the person who I speak to and get the codes from. It's a very, very kind person called Tim. Now, I believe he's the CEO of XR Games. Which might mean it's a one-person publisher. I honestly, I don't know.
Всем, говорит профессор Антонов. Срочно прекратить исследование образцов. Они живые, они напали на нас. В пещерах мы встретили еще более ужасных тварей. Товарищ Быков погиб. Нужно немедленно уничтожить образцы, чтобы не допустить их распространения. Я забрал ключ-карту от оружейной у Ефимова. Оружие – это единственный шанс выжить. Их слишком много. Нам срочно нужна помощь на буровой станции. Выдвигайтесь к нам как можно скорее.
Okay, so the only way to get this off the camera is to press the back button, and the menus are a joke because, as you just saw then, you have press space to skip where it should be press back to skip, or whatever that button's called. Well, the animals are out to play. As I understand it, these guys don't attack you. I will say that this guy kind of reminds me of a Pinky out of Doom. Alien butt. Did you just spawn behind me? Bad, whatever you are. Okay, so. Do we literally have infinite spawns of creatures here? Okay, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to turn around and see if another one spawns. Well, at least that's something. Okay. So I'm guessing I'm supposed to... There's no fuel. Really? Okay, me doing that, it despawned the bodies of the enemies that I killed. Okay. Where's the fuel canister? Background here, right? Nope. The fact that you have, as well, another thing that should be mentioned is that you don't have... I mean, look, on this menu, you can move around the map and also the selection at the same time because you're using the left stick. This is silly. You should be using left and right bumper at least to move these things around. You've not tested this for consoles at all, have you? You've not asked someone who plays on consoles, hey, what do you think about these settings? You've just not. And you don't give... These these controls are, and I say this as politely as I can, flawed. Perhaps I have to go in and drop the open the door from the inside. Can I do that? Okay, why can't I do that? You just told me I didn't have fuel to use it. My battery's dying on my controller. No, okay. For some reason my controller just shut off. Okay, I'm guessing this is the only way we can do it. Sound effects for this, by the way, are horrible. I'm sorry, but this skidoo is tremendously low poly. I'm sorry, but me, as someone who can't draw for shit, could draw a better one than this. Just saying. Controls of this are so titchy. Really? Press F to exit the... Really? Really? Press F to exit a vehicle. Pray tell, where is the F button? You're telling me you tested this on consoles? That's what you're telling me. Really? Really? Very good points. Let's just see if my USB keyboard actually works. Good shout. Let's try that. It actually does. The USB keyboard actually works. You can actually use the keyboard to move around. But see, I'm using the keyboard. Jesus Christ. To say that I'm getting frustrated would be an understatement. I mean, look, I'm sorry, but that is one of the laziest models that I've ever seen on a freaking game. Okay, to get off the vehicle, it's the A button, by the way. Now look, I can understand this used to be on the phone, but do you really need a draw distance shorter than Silent Freaking Hill? Can we run these over with the thing? I think we can. Well, credits where credits due. We can run these things over with the schemobile. Credit where credits due. Perhaps, Monkey, but you can't deny that Silent Hill had a very, very small draw distance. And that's the point that I'm making. Oh, and he literally just spawned right in front of me. Right, am I supposed to be able to climb this? No. I can't climb that. Okay, so is this a dead end? What is it that you're wanting me to do, game? Also, I can see your clipping. Did I miss like an extra turning or something? Is that maybe I missed a turning in the snow? I mean, really? Oh, and he just spawns right in front of me. Let me guess, the big pink enemy's going to be behind me, isn't he? No, he's just going to completely clip from outside of the mountain. Okay. Sure. Every time I think that this game can't get worse, it gets worse. Okay, so I've got wooden planks. To be honest, I feel like a bloody plank right now. Okay, let's assume that we need to do something with planks here. Place wooden planks on the blockage. What's blockage? I swear to God, if it wants me to actually use wooden planks in Antarctica to cross over snow boulders, I'm going to be frustrated. Really? More enemies just spawning out of nowhere. Would somebody be kind enough to see what price this is going for in the store, please? I can't see it because obviously I own the title. I got in it because I wanted to ride around it, not go... Okay, guys, you're asking £4.99 for this. Would somebody be kind enough to see what the phone price for this game was, please? Well, sir, do you have your ticket? I'm not quite sure why this alien would have any Indian accents. Now, obviously, I need to put something in there, otherwise there wouldn't be. I'm not picking up the notes because there's achievements for just ignoring. Like, it'll send you to a different ending, which doesn't have an achievement in this game. Oh, it's flammable. Is it really? Clonk, clonk. Apparently it is flammable. Now we know. Even though it had absolutely no hit detection sound or anything. Literally no hit detection sound here, look. See? No hit detection at all. Right. So it's $3.49 on mobile and free to play for, like, let's say the first level. You're asking £5 for this on consoles when you've clearly not adapted it to be for consoles. Got to be joking me. Well, at least there's ghost mode in this, I suppose. Okay, EpiXR Games Tim. Whilst I appreciate the codes that you provide me for doing reviews such as this, I can't help but think that perhaps me and you need to have a chat about quality control, or lack of it. And I say that with as much respect as one can possibly give. Okay, I apparently now have 3. I don't know what 3 is, but yeah, the music is probably at the moment the only good quality of this title.
Отец, это точно он. Он жив.
This guy's apparently looking for his dad now. Sure, okay. I'm not quite sure how you could work out that's your father, but sure. It's very, very clear, extremely clear to me. Didn't we have a flashlight before? It's extremely obvious to me that there hasn't been nearly enough attention on the quality control of this title. And again, I say that with as much respect as one can possibly give. I know how hard it is to port phone titles. Yeah, you have to basically rework the game to have controls, like for consoles, and I understand that. So you have to move away from touchscreen controls, and yet, as I said, I understand that completely. It's a very, very hard thing to do. I'm aware of this. However, if you are going ahead and doing it, then you need to do it right. I have a flamethrower, or as the Germans call it, I have a Flammenwerfer, of which I will werf Flammen. 10 points if you get that reference. Minus 5 points if you don't. Monkey's rolling his eyes. This is a very fair point, actually, true. Yes, that is actually a very, very fair point. But originally it was a phone game, was it not? And it's still... Oh! And they suddenly just revive again. Because, sure... I literally... You should not be having enemies respawning in a room with you. Look, see, that one just spawned as well. That one looks like it's doing something with the burnt one's corpse. Pardon the pun, but apparently necrophilia is alive and well in Antarctica. You have no textures on these closets. It's just literally lazy. Anyone could have seen this. Just having played through once. That's all it would have taken. Just play through once on console and you would have seen it. It's just lazy. It's really, really lazy. I apparently now have a grenade launcher, of which I will launch grenades. Okay. Was EpiXR Games the publisher on Steam? Okay. I mean, seriously, look at the numbers, bottom right corner. Why is the 1 a capital letter I. Look, I've been playing this for just an hour, and this is the list of issues with the game so far. I need another whiteboard. How the hell do I get out of here? I can still hear the sound of my flamethrower where I roasted that enemy. Is this how I got in? I'm complete. Ah, there we go. Finally. Yeah, I haven't even looked for these issues. They've been blatant. Right, I've got a flashlight. Let's go over to the drill. Really? So, we're back where we started the game, apparently. I know it seems I'm, you know, criticising the game very, very harshly. But look at what I'm being given to work with here. Seriously, look at what I'm being given to work with. I mean, I'm so glad I'm playing on Ghost mode. Because had I not been, I'd be extremely frustrated by now. I can guarantee you that. I think this door can push me out of the map, you know. We'll leave that for now. where we were earlier.
Сын, держись. Еще немного. Теперь с тобой все будет в порядке. Я отлично ориентируюсь в пещере и изучил повадки этих существ. Будь осторожен. Они совершенно слепые, но отлично слышат. Поэтому просто сиди тихо. Я запру дверь и оставлю тебе свой дробовик. Постараюсь добраться до самого низа пещеры, где мы проводили взрывные работы. Там должен остаться динамит. С его помощью мы сможем взорвать завал и выбраться.
Take a rest. I was apparently laid face down on the floor by my father. There's a joke there somewhere. All of them have bad results. And now we're back to the start. Again. Just a reminder that the AI isn't stupid. I've literally got ghost mode difficulty on, which means they don't attack me. Find your father. Why would you want to? We got a med kit over here. Don't leave the safe room without it. Bound to be a big boss of some description over there. Gotta say, these enemies feel very, what's the word, generic. They feel like they've just been bought out of an asset pack. I mean, that's my personal opinion, of course. I can't prove that that is what has been done. I'm just saying what I feel. It feels like this has had lots of basic asset packs and stuff, and it feels like Okay, apparently I can now flip boxes. God damn it, I want pizza. I'm hungry. So why can't I lift up boxes? This is stupid. Oh, literally, A button, pick a box, move box. Oh, now you want to do it. Why wouldn't you let me do that earlier, you stupid fucking thing? I think the problem with this game is it literally depends upon, it feels that the port to console has been extremely lazy. That's what it feels to me, in my opinion. And a lot of these problems could have been rectified by literally, I hate to say it, but less lazy porting developments. I hate to say it, but that's what I feel. It feels to me, in my opinion, that it feels to me that nowhere near enough care or testing has been done for this to be released on console. That is what I feel. Whether you agree with me or not, that's up to you. But it's how I feel.
Отец, нет.
It's how I feel. Whether anyone agrees with me, again, as I said, that's up to you. So in my opinion, it feels that perhaps greater care could have been taken in the port. And it feels, honestly, in my opinion, that there hasn't been great care put into this port. And if I was the developer, I would be seriously asking the publisher why all these basic issues are happening. And this isn't me saying this to get anybody in trouble. It's my honest opinion. There are many, many flaws in this that you've seen. I've literally ran into without even trying to find them. And for that to happen, that means that any testing that has been done has either been A, ignored, B, not done, or C, done to such an incredibly poor standard that the person who is testing it would have had to have been completely oblivious to any issues when they were playing. Whichever one of those three situations is true, it's an abysmal display on not only the publisher but by the on the developer themselves for choosing to give the okay to this. Wait, am I supposed to use the dynamite in there? Okay, let's go back to the start. Like, perhaps you have to blow up the entrance. I mean, the game isn't exactly clear, and it bloody well should be. I will say, like, also, the voice acting isn't that bad, considering that it's probably a very, very small developmental cost. Also, the all things considered, it could be a lot worse. Like the original version, I mean. But again, these are issues that I shouldn't have even have had to have come across. These are issues that I have found simply by playing the game. I'm guessing, is this what I'm supposed to blow up? Wonderful. Is this what we're supposed to blow up? I'm not quite sure I understand. circular engine. Is this what it wants? Okay, sure. Mad Hatter of Heartland, how are you doing, my friend? How am I dead? I was nowhere near it! Okay. Nice to see it spawn lots of enemies for absolutely no reason. Oh God. Yeah. Will you be my mummy? God, that episode was creepy as fuck. I remember. I mean, I can't stand the new Doctor Who, Jodie Whittaker. Just, for me, my Doctors were Tennant and Capaldi. Matt Smith as well, I suppose. But Jodie Whittaker, she's not a Doctor. It's just political correctness just for the sake of political correctness. I'm like, no, thank you. I tried watching the episodes and they were shit. Sorry, but they were. Where's my cloth? Use a funicular. That's one seriously long radio tower path. Do we have a... Or is it just gonna... No, we're gonna have to walk it, are we? That was not dynamite, that was...
Ефимов сошел с ума. Он помешался на исследовании этих тварей и помешал нам их уничтожить. Он застрелил Антонова, Орлов, Попова.
Why does everybody in this game, their names end with ov? I mean, I know they're Russian, but
Я потерял слишком много крови.
maybe I should introduce them to my other ov friend, Molotov. It'd warm them up.
И лабораторию с образцами. После этого поезжай на снегоходе и вызови эвакуацию с радио.
Evacuation code is 117. Spartan 117, reporting for duty, sir.
117. Только не позволь ни одной твари пробраться на континент.
There's a lot of stereotypes in this game. Last entrance to the caves optional. Okay, well let's do that. Now, there was a way to make saves, right? Okay, where's the... I'm assuming the helipad is at the radio tower, right? Into the ice cave. Did I not already do that? I'm guessing I'm supposed to get up there. Great physics game, great physics. Good job. Credit to the team. I dread to think how these boxes would have moved on the phone. Nothing up here, so I guess we have to jump onto this. Whee! Okay, so we've got to save at this building. Ah, the helipad. Right, okay, so we open that to the helipad. Okay, let's save. Again. Right, okay. We've saved. Right, let's get the bad ending. So I'm guessing this must be the icy cave for the helipad, one hopes. Okay, so the ice cave is actually the helipad. Okay.
Отец, ты жив? Как ты мог убить всех своих друзей? Что с тобой стало?
Они просто не понимали, насколько эти существа уникальны. Они хотели уничтожить все, над чем я так долго работал. Мне пришлось убить всю команду, чтобы продолжить мои исследования. Понимаешь?
Нет. Ты сошел с ума. Как ты мог? Ты не оставляешь мне выбора.
When flamethrower won't work, a grenade launcher will. Oh, right, of course. How could they not freaking notice that? Okay, right. That's the bad ending. But for the medium ending, we need to backtrack after the lighthouse and blow the lab up. Just turn, holy shit. Okay, so here's the thing. Well, I'm not being as harsh on the developers for the very, very, very simple reason is that I don't believe they had any inputs. Excuse me. I don't believe that they had any inputs on the development of the console versions. That's one not being harsh. But there's so many issues here which are so basic and blatant that it should have been considered. Alright, so this is the lab area, right? No, the laboratory's over here. Oh. I truly do think that these enemies are like assets bought. Actually, to be honest, it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of these stuff are assets bought, because this snowmobile is very, very basic. Oh. speaking very, very basically, sub, I've got a whole whiteboard of issues here which are blatant and should have been dealt with. It's stuff that would be the duty of the publisher, not the developer, because the developer had originally designed this for phones. That is very, very clear, and then it was ported to Steam, and now EpixR Games, or EpixR Games, or whatever it is, obviously are responsible for the console ports. And if you're going to port something to console, you should, you know, make sure that all the PC specific interactions are removed. They have not done that. In fact, they've not done any of that at all. And to me, in my opinion, that's very, very lazy. Inexcusably lazy.
Подходи, все слишком далеко зашло. Я не позволю тебе уничтожить все мои труды. Садись на снегоход и уезжай отсюда.
Mental note, don't use a grenade launcher on your father. There we are. Nothing like a bit of incestual teabagging, is there?
Надо убежать отсюда, сейчас все взорвется.
Ah, I saw your game try and fuck me over. Denied. Oh, come on. For fuck's sake. Thank you. There was a save point in this, wasn't there? Here it is. Save there having just blown up the lab. That's the medium ending. I think. Upstairs. That should have been the medium ending. Well, the large ending is when Efimov's son takes one of these bipedal creatures home, implants a giant pair of tits on it, and starts intermartial relationship.
Надо убегать отсюда, сейчас все взорвется.
Now let's go get the good ending. Now I've blown everything up. Why does this have to be such a huge walk? It's literally artificial game lengthening. There's absolutely no point you couldn't have just had the walk nearby. It's literally artificial game lengthening, that's what it is. There's no enemies in this section, so why have it such a long section? Do I have to kill everything here? I guess that's what it must want me to do. Burn, burn, burn through my burning ring of fire, and you'll die, die, die as the flames all get higher, and you'll burn, burn, burn. My ring of fire, my ring of fire. Blow the blockage up with dynamite. Well, what the fuck do you think I'm trying to do? Or is it this one I'm supposed to... No. Game? Anytime at all. Wow, that's maybe everything has to be dead before it lets me do it. For some reason, it's not letting me put the dynamite on. True. Is this like a different ending? Great first aid kit, whoop-de-doo. Maybe I'll have to go and kill everything. Maybe that's what it wants me to do before I escape. Maybe that would make more sense, wouldn't it? Perhaps that's what it's wanting me to do. Because why else would the boxes be there? Aha! Dynamite. Right. That would be why, I think. Okay, well now we know. I had to apparently find more dynamites. That must be required if you're on track for the good ending then. Oh yeah, oh of course. You get a bit of dynamite early, you get a dynamite from the dead dude. Yeah, that would make 2, which I've already used. So yeah, you would need to find a third dynamite. That makes more sense. Okay. Okay. Where do I start with this? Right. Okay. Please rate it and leave a review. Don't worry, I am. Okay. Rating this 3 out of 10. And that's not down to the developer, it's down to the publisher. You have no invert control options. Look, we're just going to go down this list. This list is stuff that I found just playing through the game, not looking for anything. Okay? So, invert control for the Y-axis. You need that. Controls changing. They need changing. On what planet do you think that having the Y button as jump is a good idea? A should be jump. B should be reload. X should be interact or use item. Y, if anything, should be to pick up item, although I think X would be appropriate for that. You've got no textures for the pink object in the snowmobile shed in the first area. You have no textures for the main body of the freezers in the laboratory. When you change from gun to melee, the ammo counter is still there for the gun. The pause menu needs left and right bumpers to change the menus that you're on, not the left stick, because that also controls the map. You have press space to skip on cutscenes. It's not space. We're using a bloody controller. It's the back button, or menu button, or whatever it's called on the bloody console nowadays. You have press F to exit the vehicle. Again, that's wrong. It's the A button, not the F button for the keyboard. It's not the F key, it's the A button. Get it right. The in-game font, the number 1 displays as a capital I on your HUD. Change your font. The one you want is, as I mentioned earlier, Underwood Champion. I believe it's a freeware font, so you have no problem using that. The pros. There aren't many. The music's good for what you've got here. The music does fit the aesthetic of the game. The problem is that's about it. The textures look very, very poor and low res. The model for the jet ski, or snowmobile rather, is poor at best. It's very, very low poly. And I think anyone given 30 minutes in a 3D object program could provide and make a better one. Even myself. And I've never done 3D modelling. It literally looks like you've put a cube and a few other bits together and just said, right, job done. I can understand that on a very weak rammed phone, but you're releasing these on current generation consoles. There's no excuse for that. The achievements / trophy are dirt easy. I think, as the publisher, XSX Games, I feel that you've let yourself down, and I feel that you've let the dev down in your port of this, which has obviously come from the phone version, which has come from the Steam version. So obviously it went phone, Steam, console. You've obviously got the Steam version, and you've not been bothered to acclimate it to consoles. I did a doodle very early on in this stream, and I went to full camera so you could see it, of what controls should be. Scroll back in the video to see that. But it's very disappointing how you've ended up with what's here. It's not up to snuff. I feel that asking for £5 for this is maybe a little too much. In my opinion, I would say until you at least fix the issues that I've mentioned, the price should be no more than £2.99. It is absolutely inexcusable to have games where textures clearly aren't loading and alerts on the top of screen, press keyboard button to whatever. This is a console game, and showing those alerts, pop-ups, whatever you want to call them, is extremely lazy. It would not have taken 10 minutes to go into the code of the game and just replace the words press F to exit vehicle to press A button to exit vehicle. It wouldn't have taken you 10 minutes, and you couldn't be bothered, or you overlooked it and decided to just port it and lob in controls. And that's a shame. So, here's what I'm going to say. I'm already giving this game a 3 out of 10 for the reasons that I've just mentioned in the last few minutes. If these issues were fixed, patched, adjusted, improved upon, the score would significantly increase, probably to maybe a 6 out of 10. But honestly, the way the game is in its current form is very disappointing, and in my opinion it reflects badly on XSX Games as the publisher and Euphoria Games as the developer, even though I seriously doubt that they had any input on the console versions at all. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. Again, this game code was provided by the publisher, XSX Games. I thank you all for allowing me to be honest and transparent with my thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you everybody so much. Take care of yourselves.